We are excited to host Allan Bukusi. He has written a treasure. If you feel choked up in employment, this book is for you. Allan speaks why he wrote this book, why you need this book. I like books that have metaphors. A house, a spouse, a cow. That alone piques your interest. Begin by telling us where this whole journey started.
I need to tell you a little bit about my writing career. Credit my standard 5 teacher for writing. And I remember that essay, 18 out of 20. The rest of my career, I don't think I got a C. So the only people in my world who understood that I could write, well, one, myself, and my teacher. I took my first book to 3 publishers. I never got a response. 3 years later, one of them responded and says, to rewrite your story. The fact that they said no allowed me to think and say, so how do I get this message out? Personal journey of self-expression, get the word out. And I say, oh, you're a natural. Absolutely not. Teachers are very important. That's a major lesson. When somebody tells you in publishing no, if you have a story to tell, and you believe the world needs to hear it, then get it out there. And this is one of the stories, I guess, that I felt this story has to get out. Never give up.
Wow. So if you have a story to tell, go out and tell the story. Never give up.
Yeah.
So your way of telling the story was through writing books.
Yeah.
How did you now settle to write How to Prosper? What was the motivation behind this book?
I've worked with very many organizations. If you like, my audience and followers have always been employees. Employees are my pastorate, if you like. And all my writing, or at least, is geared towards employees. Corporates hire people to make a profit from them. And that's okay. Yeah. But employees fail to make a profit from the employers. There's an imbalance here. Something is wrong. Why do you go and look for a job? Let me give you the scenario that really prompted this story. In the late 90s, the government retrenched employees. There was a golden handshake. Those were the retirees. But as it came to pass, private sector followed the government's lead to retrench anybody over 40. Now, 40 years, my friend, 40 years old is a relatively young person, right?
I agree.
Career, you probably have a family, you have some visions, you have some dreams you want to accomplish, and you want to be a CEO one day. And somebody comes in and tells you, okay, it's time to go home. Wait a minute, I haven't finished. In fact, I have not started. Suddenly, this thing called permanent and pensionable disappeared. And now we had contract employees. It was a very rapid evolution. You know, you had a job for life.
I sneaked into my socials. I'm telling you, Allan, umekosea watu sana. People are asking for you. They're asking for your books. They're asking for information. You need to repent. Kumewaka. People are saying, I need a copy. People are like, wow. People are calling each other, come see this. And it's a paragraph.
2010, anybody getting into employment is not going to get a permanent job. So it's a major transition. So what does that mean? In Kenyan parlance, there's this word called kujipanga. Let me translate that into English, okay? It means that you have a plan, that you are organized, that you're going to do something. You've got a plan to organize your life, right? Before the golden handshake, you did not need to jipanga because employer has organized your life. Permanent, they'll give you a pension, benefits, and they'll educate your children. Come 2005, no employer is giving you any benefits. No employer is giving you a pension. All of them are saying it's contract-based, and this contract could be 2 years or less. If CEOs are being given 2 years, who are you? So now you have to jipanga. When I speak to young people, they think retirement is so far away. Guys, please, why even talk about that? What I'm saying is, are you maximizing the value that you get from your job today? Because competition for jobs has gone up. If you were told to reapply for your job today, what do you think are your chances? And the room goes quiet. So are you maximizing the value that you can get from the job today? Or are you waiting to retire? Because I have news for you. Nobody's going to give you a retirement package.
Is that the reality today?
We now have 6 months, 2 years. We will renew this contract based on the circumstances at the time. The mission of that job might have ended. Let's put it another way. The employer may not have the money to pay you for another 2 years, which is, that's a reality. I'm not talking to retirees. I'm talking to everybody who is in employment today. If you don't have a plan to organize for your life and for your personal development from the job you actually have today, I think you've missed the boat. Party was being given for the retiring employees, and really excited and saying, you know what, I've been given 1 million. How long have you been working? Wow, 20 years. And you're really happy about that? I said, yes, yes, yes. How much money have you earned in those 20 years? So you've been earning 50,000 in whatever units over every month. In a year, you will have earned 600,000. 10 years, you have 6 million. So you are happy about a retirement package of 1 million when in 20 years you have earned 12 million. I will ask you a simple question. What did you do with the 12 million that has been through your hands over the past 20 years?
Wow. Wow. So it's not about the 1 million, it's the 12 million that...
What did you do with the 12 million? If you can give me a good answer for the 12 million, this 1 million isn't going to excite you at the end of your retirement.